Already, Baruch Hashem, here we are, just days before the holy day of Purim. You know, Purim, and the Ari HaKadosh says that Yom Kippur, which is the holiest time of the day of the year, that everybody goes to shul, and even if they're not so observant, they go and they want to do teshuvah. Purim is a much higher level than Kippurim. Kippurim is Kepurim, is like Purim. But Purim is on a much higher level. But of course, the Yitzhar doesn't want you to know that. He wants you to waste your day getting drunk and doing stupid things and sleeping over with throwing on the floor. That's not the Jewish way to do it. Purim is the holiest day because, like we said before, this is a day that we accepted the Torah and Hashem's providence and yoke of Hashem and Torah on us with love. And since we gave that opportunity and we came back and we told Hashem that we love you, we want to come back to you as your children with ahava, Hashem is showering us with blessings. So it's kedai me'ot, and it's very, very important to use this day to, obviously, to be happy and to drink a little bit and to give brachot and get brachot, but to pray and keep praying and praying to Kodesh Baruch Hu, to use this day, because this day is such a powerful atomic day in spirituality and a brachot coming down that everybody that stretches his hands, Hashem is going to give it to him. Please don't waste it in a way that you wake up the next day and say what happened with a hangover. Chas v'shalom. With that note, we're going to go into a little bit in the Megillah, saying what's going on over here. This whole back and forth. There's a part in the Megillah, which I heard from Rabbi Baruch Rosenblum, Shlita, that he put the whole conversation that Esther and Mordechai were having. We know that Esther was taken away by the evil Achashverosh, and she was taken away from Mordechai, which was he was the husband of Esther, and Mordechai was going every day to see what's going on, what's going to be with Esther. And when he heard about the plot of Haman that he wanted to destroy all the Jewish people, he tore his clothing. And Esther, who found out that he tore the clothing, he sent them like al-mzeh al-mazeh. She wanted to know what's going on. Why did he tear the clothing? What is this child thing going back and forth? Esther didn't know what's going on. Mordechai didn't know what's going on. I have to ask you, mazeh al-mazeh. So obviously there's deeper secrets over here. Esther was asking Mordechai, I know that what's going on, but I just want to know, is this going on because the Jewish people, it's ben adam lemakom, the averot that they did when they bowed down to the idol of Nebuchadnezzar, is this why this gizar is happening? Or al-zeh, the second tablet, is because of ben adam lechavero, that the Jewish people are not respecting each other. The brothers and sisters that we are, we're not coming together as one nation. We're all separate, like Haman, the biggest Rasha, the biggest person that says the biggest Lashon Hara. He had the longest tongue when he came to bad-mouthing people. He came to Achashverosh and says, hello, this is time to get him. Achashverosh was afraid. What do you mean? You didn't see to Paro? What happened to Paro, to Sancherib, all the kings that came before me? Nebuchadnezzar, Belshazzar. I'm afraid. I don't want to start over these people. He's like, no, don't worry. This is the time to get him. He says, why? What proof do you have? He says, their Chas v'shalom, their God is sleeping. Obviously, God doesn't sleep. What was he trying to say? Their God is upset at them because they're am mefuzar. They're talking Lashon Hara about each other. Everybody has his own community. He has his shul, that shul, and somebody else comes to the shul and says, get out of here. You're not my type. I'm not your type. There's a sinat chinam over here. They're not together. And once they're not together, this is where we can get them. This is the time right now. Let's go. And that's what Esther is asking Mordechai. What should we do teshuvah ben adam lemakom, between man and God? Or should we do more teshuvah between man and his brother and his sister? Mordechai says on man and his brother and sister. We're not together. And when we're not together, this is what could happen. That the non-Jewish people could come and say, and we're going to make a gezerah to destroy all of you guys in one day. So what is the answer? What is the answer of Esther? Before the answer of Esther, you see that Mordechai says, go to the king. Do what you need to do. What does she say? I haven't been called to the king for 30 days. I'm afraid. This is not the right timing. And the Chazar, our sages tell us that this was not a good answer. Why? Because Mordechai was saying, no, you're going according to nature. When Going when the non-Jews go with a plan, they have to go with nature, natural. If I do this, right timing, right place, this and that. But the Jewish people, we're above nature. It doesn't matter if he hasn't called you. And if it doesn't matter if he's going to chop up your head. You're going to do what you need to do. You have to live up to your potential. This is the time that Hashem has brought you to do your thing to do. And if you're not going to do it, you're going to go down in all history as a person who messed up the opportunity. And then she asked, so what should we do? And when he told them that the problem is Ben Adam L'Chavero, that we're not together, so Esther Malka got the point. She told Mordechai, Lech Kones Kol HaYehudim. Go and gather all the Jews together. V'sumu alai. Let's get together. Let's go and have a ta'anit. Let's fast. And tell Hashem that HaKadosh Baruch Hu, we're sorry that what we did, first of all to you, and more importantly, we're going to come together now. And that's what Purim is all about, coming together. Matanat Yonim, Mishlach Manot. What are all these mitzvot? I'm going to send it to my neighbor, to that neighbor, to give to Anim. Because this is the takana of Purim. This is the takana of Sinat Chinam. When people are not together, I don't want to get to that guy. I want to check him first. That neighbor I hate because one time he talked to me like this. I wanted something, he didn't give it to me. Enough of this already. Hashem wants us to give to the people that we don't like. You're my brother or you're my sister. You have to give me shtach malot dafka to the person that you don't like. Because Purim is a time that is opportunity to come together. Adar is when you could go from being the worst enemy to the best friends. You just have to open your heart to your friend. I don't care if you didn't give me when I came and asked you. I want to be your friend. You're my brother. You're my sister. You're my Jewish blood. And when Hashem sees this, and this is what Esther was telling Mordechai, Mordechai accepted it 100%. And that's why we had the opportunity at Purim. We had everything reversed. Baruch Hashem, HaKadosh Baruch Hu saw that we going out of our way, even to the people that we don't like. And we're coming to them and say, come, you're my brother, you're my sister. I'll do everything for you. Hashem says, you're going to do that? So I'm going to also look the other way. I'm going to forgive you. And even though you did things that were not right, now I'm going to come and take you as my children. Because you accept each other as brothers and sisters, I'll accept you back as my children. And that's what Purim is all about. So B'ezrat Hashem, you know what's going on in this world. Any day, we don't know what's going on, that we wake up the next day. The world is in such a state that if you just throw a match, it's going to catch on fire. But if you knew it a second before, if you wake up a second before this Purim, before Purim, and you go to your neighbor, to your brother, you're not talking for 20 years. Your brother, because of a stupid fight you had, your sister, your neighbor, your cousin. Put it away enough. We're Jewish. We're the same blood. Come together and under the same banner. Don't forget, coming together doesn't mean that I'm coming together accepting you for who you are against the Torah. Coming together is coming under the banner of the Torah. Because that's what Hashem wants. That's what He wrote for all of us. She's not there. He's not there. Come. I'll teach you. I'm not going to come and lower myself to the level of the Goyim. That's not what Hashem wants. When the Jewish people came together in Purim, they came under the banner of the Torah. They stopped going to non-Jewish concerts. They stopped going to non-Jewish activities and stopped going to restaurants that are not kosher. They stopped keeping Shabbat. They came under the banner of Torah and the Chachamim. And those who didn't know, they taught them. And that's what we got to do. You're my brother, you're my sister, but come and let me teach you. You can't go. You're a prince. You can't go and sell yourself cheap. Come back. And that's what Hashem wants. So B'ezrat Hashem, we know, since that happened in Purim, the opportunity comes back on that same day every year. B'ezrat Hashem, you're going to take this opportunity and do Mishlach Manot and do Matanat Yonim, especially the people that we have machloket with, that we haven't talked to, and when they see that our hearts are opening up, their hearts are going to open also. And when their hearts are open, our hearts are open, and we come under the banner of Torah, Hashem is going to open His heart and says, Shuvu alai, banai, come back to me with love. I'm going to redeem you with chesed rachamim. Happy Purim, and B'ezrat Hashem, nizke kulanu lemoshech tzidkenu b'mehera b'meinu amen.